Surat Ashu'ara, chapter of the poets. In the name of Allah, the merciful, the compassionate. These are the signs of the book that makes clear. Perhaps thou art worrying thyself to death that they do not believe. If we so please, we shall send down upon them from the heaven a sign, and their necks will become to it submissive. But there comes to them no renewed reminder from the merciful without their becoming from it averted. So they have counted it false, and there will come to them news of what they have been making mock of. Have they not looked at the earth, and how many we have caused to sprout up therein of varied excellent kinds? Lo, in that is a sign, but most of them have not become believing. But lo, thy Lord is the sublime, the compassionate. Recall when thy Lord called the Moses, go to the people who are doing wrong, the people of Pharaoh. Will they not show piety? He said, O my Lord, I fear that they will count me false. My breast is straitened and my tongue will not go. So send to Aaron, and they have a crime against me. So I fear that they will kill me. He said, not at all, but go ye too with our signs. Lo, we are with you listening. So go to Pharaoh and say, we are the messenger of the Lord of the worlds. Let us go with the children of Israel. He said, did we not bring thee up amongst us as a child, and of thy life thou didst remain among us years? In doing the deed which thou committest, thou didst show thyself unthankful. He said, I did it then, being one of those astray, and I fled from you when I became afraid of you. But my Lord gave to me jurisdiction and made me one of the envoys, and that is a favor thou dost bestow upon me, that thou hast made slaves of the children of Israel. Pharaoh said, what is the Lord of the worlds? He said, Lord of the heavens and the earth, and what is between them, if ye be convinced? He said to those about him, are ye not listening? He said, your Lord and Lord of your fathers of long ago. He said, lo, your messenger who has been sent to you is mad. He said, Lord of the east and the west, and what is between them, if ye be intelligent. He said, assuredly, if thou dost choose a god other than me, I will make thee one of the imprisoned. He said, but what if I were to bring thee something clear? He said, bring it then, if thou art one of those who tell the truth. So he threw down his staff, and there it was, a serpent manifest, and he pulled forth his hand, and there it was, white to those who looked. Said he to the nobility round him, lo, this is a magician knowing, who intends to expel you from your land by his magic. So what do ye command? Said they, put him and his brother off a while, and send amongst the cities rounders up, let them bring thee every magician knowing. So the magicians were gathered together for the appointment of a day made known. The people too were asked, are you going to assemble? Perhaps we shall follow the magicians if they are the victors. So when the magicians came, they said to Pharaoh, is there then for us a reward, if it is we who are the victors? Said he, yes, and in that case, ye will be of those brought near. Moses said to them, throw down what you are going to throw. So they threw down their ropes and their staves and said, by the might of Pharaoh, it is we who are the victors. Then Moses threw down his staff, and there it was, swallowing what they were faking. So the magicians were thrown down, prostrating themselves. They said, we believe in the Lord of the worlds, the Lord of Moses and Aaron. He said, ye have given credence to him before I have given you permission. Surely he is your master, who has taught you magic. In the end, ye shall know. I shall certainly cut off your hands and your feet on opposite sides, and I shall crucify you all together. They said, no harm. Lo, we to our Lord are turning over. Lo, we desire that our Lord should forgive us our transgressions, because we have been the first of the believers. We suggested to Moses, go by night with my servants, lo, ye will be followed. Then Pharaoh sent among the cities rounders up, lo, these are a small troop, and they are irritating to us, but we are a company on our guard. So we brought them forth from gardens and springs, and treasures, and a position noble. So it was, and we caused to inherit them the children of Israel. So they had followed them at the rising. So they had them followed at the rising of the sun. Then, when the two parties saw each other, the companions of Moses said, lo, we are overtaken. Said he, not at all. Lo, with me is my Lord. He will guide me. Then we suggested to Moses, strike with thy staff the sea, and it clave asunder. Each part became like a cliff mighty. We brought forward thither the others. We delivered Moses and those with him, all of them. Then we drowned the others. Lo, and that is a sign, but most of them have not become believers. But lo, thy Lord is sublime, the compassionate. Recite to them the story of Abraham when he said to his father and his people, what do ye serve? They said, we serve images, and to them we continue cleaving. He said, do they hear what when ye call, or profit you, or harm? They said, nay, we have found our fathers doing thus. He said, have ye then considered what ye have been serving, ye and your fathers, who have gone before? For they are an enemy to me, except the Lord of the worlds, who hath created me. So he me doth guide, who giveth me food and drink, and when I am sick, giveth me health, who causeth me to die, and then bringeth me to life, whom I desire to forgive me my transgression on the day of judgment. O my Lord, give me jurisdiction, and join me to the upright, and appoint for me a secure reputation among the latest generations, and place me among the inheritors of the garden of delight, and forgive my father, for he was among the erring, and put me not to shame on the day when they are raised up, the day when will profit neither wealth nor children, but only he who comes to Allah with a sound heart. The garden shall be brought nigh to those who show piety, and the hot place advanced to those who are beguiled, and to them shall be said, where is what ye have been serving apart from Allah? Do they help you, or do they help themselves? They shall be pitched into it, and they and the beguiled, and the hosts of Iblis all together. They shall say, disputing with each other, by Allah, we were assuredly in error manifest when we made you equal with the Lord of the worlds. What led us astray was only the sinners, so we have no intercessors, nor any warm friend. If only we might have another turn, that we might be among the believers. Lo, and that is a sign, but most of them have not become believing. But lo, thy Lord is the sublime, the compassionate. The people of Noah counted the people of Noah counted false the envoys when their brother Noah said to them, will ye not show piety? Lo, I am to you a messenger faithful, so show piety towards Allah and obey me. I ask you for no reward for it. My reward rests only upon the Lord of the worlds. So show piety towards Allah and obey me. Said they, shall we give credence to thee when thy followers are the vilest? He said, what knowledge have I of what they have been doing? Their reckoning rests only on my Lord, if he had any perception, and I am not going to drive away the believers. I am only a warner clear. Said they, if thou dost not refrain, O Noah, thou wilt certainly be one of the stoned. Said he, O my Lord, lo, my people have counted me false, so clear up openly between them and me, and deliver me and those with me of the believers. So we delivered him and those with him in the laden ship. Then afterwards we drowned those who remained. Lo, and that is a sign, but most of them have not become believing. But lo, thy Lord is the sublime, the compassionate. Ad counted false the envoys when the brotherhood said to them, will ye not show piety? Lo, I am to you a messenger faithful. So show piety towards the law and obey me. I ask you for no reward for it. My reward rests only upon the Lord of the worlds. Do you build on every eminence a sign in vanity, and take for yourselves structures, if haply ye may abide, and when ye make an attack, do ye so as an overbearing people. Show piety towards the law and obey me. Show piety towards him who hath enlarged you with what ye know, hath enlarged you with cattle and children, with gardens and springs. Lo, I fear for you the punishment of a mighty day. They said, it is all one to us whether thou hast admonished or hast not been one of those who admonish. This is only the creation of the ancients, and we are not going to be punished. So they counted him false, and we destroyed them. Lo, and that is a sign, but most of them have not become believing. But lo, thy Lord is sublime, the compassionate, the mood counted false, the envoys, when the brother Saleh said to them, will ye not show piety? Lo, I am to you a messenger faithful. So show piety towards the law and obey me. I ask you for no reward for it. My reward rests only upon the Lord of the worlds. Will ye be left amid what is here secure, amid gardens and springs and cornfields and palms, with slender spathes, and hew out for yourselves houses from the mountains, lightheartedly? Show piety towards the law and obey me. Obey not the commanders, obey not the command of the extravagant, who cause corruption in the land and set not things aright. They said, thou art one of the enchanted, thou art only a human being like ourselves. Bring then a sign, if thou art one of those who speak the truth. Said he, this is a she-camel, to her a drink, and to you a drink on a fixed day. Touch her not for evil, lest there take hold of you the punishment of a mighty day. Then they hamstrung her, and on the morrow were regretful. The most of them have not become believing. But lo, thy Lord is the sublime, the compassionate. The people of Lot counted false the envoys, when their brother Lot said to them, will ye not show piety? Lo, I am to you a messenger faithful. So show piety towards Allah and obey me. I ask you for no reward for it. My reward rests only upon the Lord of the worlds. Do you come at the males of the world and leave your spouses, whom your Lord hath created for you? Nay, ye are people who transgress. They said, if thou dost not refrain, O Lot, thou wilt certainly be one of the expelled. Said he, lo, I am one of those who your conduct detest. My Lord, deliver me and my household from what they do. So we delivered him and his household altogether, except an old woman amongst those who lingered. Then we annihilated the rest and caused a rain to fall upon them. Bad was the rain upon those who had been warned. Lo, and that is a sign, but most of them have not become believing. But lo, thy Lord is the sublime, the compassionate. The men of the grove counted false the envoys, when Shuaib said to them, will ye not show piety? Lo, I am to you a messenger faithful. So show piety towards the law and obey me. I ask you for no reward for it. My reward rests only upon the Lord of the worlds. So fulfill the measure, and be not of those who cause others to lose. Weigh with the balance straight, and defraud not the people of their things, and work not mischief in the land, causing corruption. Show piety towards him who created you, and the masses of former times. Said they, thou art one of the enchanted. Thou art only a human being like ourselves. Indeed, we think thou art one of those who speak falsely. So cause bits of the heaven to fall upon us, if thou art one of those who speak the truth. He said, my Lord best knoweth what ye do. So they counted him false, and there took them the punishment of the day of shadow. Verily it was the punishment of a mighty day. Lo, and that is a sign, but most of them have not become believers. But lo, thy Lord is the sublime, the compassionate. Verily it is the revelation of the Lord of the worlds, with which hath come down the faithful spirit upon thy heart, that thou mayest be of those who warn in clear Arabic speech. Verily it is in the scriptures of the ancients. Was it not assigned to them that the learned of the children of Israel know it? If we had sent it down to one of the foreigners, and he had recited to them, they would not have been in it believing. Thus have we made way for it. into the hearts of the sinners. They will not believe in it until they see the painful punishment, and it comes upon them suddenly without their knowing, and they say, are we to be respited? Do they then with our punishment seek haste? Hast thou considered if we have given them enjoyment of life for years, and there then comes upon them what they have been promised? What will profit them the enjoyment of life they have been given? We destroyed not any town without its having warners, a reminder, and we have not been wrongdoers. The Satans have not come down with it. It behooves them not, nor are they able. For from hearing are they removed. Call not then along with the law any other as a god, lest thou be among those liable to punishment, but warn thy clan, the nearer ones, and lower thy wing to any who follow thee of the believers. Then if they oppose thee, say, lo, I am clear what you do, and rely upon the sublime, the compassionate, who seeth thee when thou standest, and thy turning thyself upside down among those who prostrate themselves. Verily he is the one who hears and knows. Shall I tell you upon whom the Satans come down? They come down upon every liar guilty. They listen, but most of them speak falsely, and the poets them follow the beguiled. Seest thou not that in every wadi they fall madly in love, and that they say in verse what they do not do, except those who have believed and wrought the works of righteousness, and made mention of the law frequently, and vindicate themselves after they have been wronged? Those who have done wrong will one day know what kind of turning upside down they will experience. One of the great misunderstandings is this idea that religion forbids art or enjoyment or whatever. It doesn't. It's just that you have to really have these ideals. You got to believe in these ideals and bring them forth, not, you say stuff and you're being hypocritical about it intentionally or something. And of course, it's not a secular thing. It's done out of belief. It's, no art for art's sake. It's art for devotion. Something you do on the side is extra, like my comments or my poems or something, or my dramas or whatever. I'm not saying that these are obliged things or anything like that. Nor am I saying they're the most important things or something. It's just something I personally have to. But yeah, so it's not fully accepting of art. It's not fully rejecting of art. It's somewhere in between, particularly with poetry.